All right, before we get too much farther, what we're going to do is that we need to make a copy of this good-looking guy here. So what we need to do, right, Command J. Now we have a extra copy. You also notice I just hit the little eyeball on my original image as well, just to kind of make that disappear. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Image. We're going to turn this black and white, Image Adjustments. Let's see, and we're going to go to Desaturate. Okay, so now I have a black and white version of me as well. We're also going to add a white background layer, which I can actually just use my background that we had from originally. If I started a new file, if for some reason you just dragged it in and did not create a new file, the way you add a new layer is go down to the little page button, click on it, click on the paint bucket, make sure it is white. We're going to fill that in, right, and we're good to go. So we're going to drag that down. Just drag it down here for right now. I'm just going to I'm going to minimize that. All right, so our next step, I know, so many steps. So our next step is to start bringing in our text. Okay, I'm gonna, for myself, I'm gonna use a song. Where is it? Called "The First Day of My Life." So I'm just gonna copy that song, Command C, and it's up to you how you want to do it. You can do line by line if there are specific words you want to do. Just for time's sake, I'm going to just copy the whole thing. Copy. Go in here. And I need to make a text layer. So there's a T right there. So, and I'm going to make text boxes. So I'm going to hold down my click button. I'm going to drag while it's held down, let go, and then that's a text box. I'm going to hit Command V. Sorry, I also want to make sure that this is above everything else. All right. So I want my text to be, a wide range of sizes. Because it makes it a lot more interesting. You also notice my font. I changed it originally. I think the preset is, I don't know. It's like Minion, or I think it's Myriad Pro. Personally, I think Adobe Garmin Pro works pretty well. So it's a serif font. So serifs are these little extra bits. So like on the F, you notice there's like curved, like the Y. M has that little tail on it. So serifs are the tails. A sans serif are like an Arial type font, which there's none of that extra stuff on there. Okay. I'm going to just make a bunch of copies of this, make another copy. I'm going to rotate one every once in a while. You want to fill it up as much as you can. So I'm going to maybe make a new layer, and I'm not going to, I'll just kind of show a handful of them. And V, I'm going to make this one a lot smaller, maybe like an 18. Oop. Maybe like 18. Let's try that again. There we go. I can change the size of my boxes, kind of accommodate. Let's see what else. And maybe I'll change it from to regular, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. So I'm going to drag that, cover the face there, right? And like I said, I'm making a whole bunch of these, but I'm not going to make you painfully sit while I do all this. So I'm going to pause the video. When I come back, you'll see that my whole face is covered in words. Camera magic, amazing. All right, so the next step, what we're going to do is I'm going to actually take all of these layers. So I clicked on the very first one, click, dragged it all the way down. I'm going to hold Shift and click. So now I've actually selected all of those layers. I'm going to go to, let's see, Layer. I'm going to hit Group Layers. Okay. So now all of those layers that I just had selected are all in one fancy little folder, just like that. I'm actually going to make a copy of this group. You'll see why in a little bit. I'm going to copy click, not copy click. I'm going to click and I'm going to drag it down to that little paper icon we saw earlier. Boom. So now I have a copy. The next step, I'm going to go up to layer. I'm going to merge that group all into one thing. So all of those layers that were just inside of that folder are now here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to do a step earlier. So let's back up. So you see I have my black and white layer and I have my color layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this layer, I'm going to make a copy of it. So I'm going to drag it down there or hit Command J, either way. I just want to make sure I have two of those layers. So I'm going to kind of make one invisible. Let's go up to my group copy, my very top one, right? That's where all my words are in together. So I'm going to hit select, color range. Let's see. Oops, sorry, I'm going to step back for a second. Hit cancel. The only thing I want visible right now is that first group layer of all these words. So now let's try it again. So select, color range. And so what this does, it actually is going to select just one color range. My color range, I'm going to use my eyedropper, is going to be white. I'm going to bring my fuzziness down to 0 so it's going to be really crisp. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go to select, inverse. So now I'm actually selecting all the background. And I'm going to go down here to my image, like one of my color layers. And I'm going to hit I'm going to hit delete. So you can see right now it looks kind of weird. And it doesn't look like much is happening right now, but in the next video I'm going to show you how to add all the extra little exciting bits that makes it really pop out and look good. All right. Oh geez.